Hello, this is Quinn James, and I'm going to be playing Inbarbler. I have no idea who Inbarbler is. I have played them before. I won the last time that I played them, but literally no idea who this person is. Other than apparently they greet me by saying "Hello times, good luck." Um, so I'm thinking about Fiorin for 26. Don't like the W leave. Other options are Wino 14, but Fur really isn't that good. WAF for 18. IINR is okay. It really is okay. So it's WAF versus Fiorin. Fiorin is more the kind of game that I want to play, really. But after a change 4, I'm expecting a fairly strong response. And these plays are so close. I think it tips over the edge into WAF. I think I want to play it a little bit cagey. Didn't draw that great. So sacrificed 8 points for not. Oh, I say I'm not gonna bingo, but actually, if I get an A, I could have Nirvanic through that A. So there's actually a decent shot of that. Oh, I do get it, and I'm pretty sure that's the only one. So just making sure that this is a valid play. It is. Garrett, Sorgiats, Storage, Dirags. I just lay down Nirvanic. So yeah, nice way to get rescued there. And a quick play and response, and not a particularly good rack here, but I think it won't be so bad. I'm seeing Pook over here for 40. Does give back some counterplay, but really not that much. It plays over here too for a little less, 32. It's more defensive. If I play Pook over here, it does stop some of these hooks, makes it maybe a little bit more difficult for the opponent to bingo, but I don't know that that's worth... with an even game, I don't know that that's worth giving up 8 points. I don't think it is. Other options... I'm not seeing too many. I'll just play this. My opponent's playing really fast. So I'm fine with not taking forever. I do want to spend enough time to, go over every major spot and make sure that I've checked it. But other than that, this seems like it should bingo. Seems familiar. I have this, which is not very balanced. Does gear take an E at the end? Let me see. It's agree, eager. Oh, eager, Reggie, and I think gear is the fifth. There is a fifth. So there are plays here. I'm not seeing anything that is better than playing poop right now. But I see the possibility that if I could get like a good 5 or 6 with the letters in the right place, that it could be competitive. So that's why I'm still looking over there. Plays like that. Again, this really isn't a major spot. Like the bingos that go down here don't score that much. It doesn't really seem like it's worth the trouble to block. This is appealing. But I don't think that UV is kind of hard to do, and I don't think that I have anything that will go there. I'm just going to play poop, I guess, in the more defensive place. How do you spell this? There's Meunier and then one other. Is it this? Is it this? Is it... This would seem like the obvious, but I keep thinking that there's something... Oh no, it's like this, I think. No. No, it's this is what it is, actually. So it actually does play. What I was wondering is about if this is a word. I know that Harry, and I think that Harry is not, so I think this is a word, but it's only 3 points more. However, I think this is actually good. Okay, and that would be even better. So I think this is what I'm just going to make sure this is good. I know there's something in here, and the only other thing I could think it would be this, and I don't think it is. So I'm going to play this. My opponent is not interested in spending any thinking time whatsoever right now. But half the tiles are now have now been seen, so I am okay with where I am on my clock, even so. This is not good. Greaser regreers. Pretty sure that's not good. I'm not sure I have a good overlap now. I have a lead. I'm just not sure what to do with these tiles. Excuse me. This is actually looking okay. Obviously, this S can go here. You know, points can be scored. I don't have any particular reason to think my opponent does or doesn't have an S right now. Ace here is a really strong leave. I think this is the highest scoring fish I can do. I could fish over here, actually, though. To set up a T I don't have. And it gives up 6 less. This is another thing I could fish for 15 here. That actually kind of hurts me because it makes it a little bit harder for me to bingo. But I'm not likely to be using this R anyway, because I already have one. I have this, I have the ref, I have the S, I have the N, I have RE, I have things that start with PA. I almost have things like pairwise. That raw is growing on me. I really don't think I need to do this. I could get hammered by it, and I really don't think I need to do it. Now both re-raise and re-arise are good now, right? I'm pretty sure. Obviously there's only re-arisen, but re-raisin wouldn't be a thing either. Might be the only thing I have. Unless I'm really even rustier than I thought. I don't think this is a 7. This is through the L is realizes. It's a pretty good leave in the abstract, but I'm not really sure I can even score with it this turn if I don't bingo. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down. I think that it is a word, and I really should be more confident about these, but you know, I've been spending a lot of my time reviewing like 4s and 5s and medium prob bingos and some of the new words and somewhat neglecting the high probs. I see a lot of them on like Blink Bingos, so I'm not doing horribly, but I've definitely got some holes that I'll be looking to plug up in the new year, especially. So I bingo. My opponent bingoes back. I've still got the lead. I've still got some tempo, and I'm looking to see if I can make a big Q play. I see quid for 42. I'd love to do even better than that. Not sure I can. There's this as well, 44. Doesn't block as much as I'd like to with my play, though. I feel like my opponent scores more after quid than after QI. I guess there is this tile that I'm blocking. The most dangerous thing that can go there is the B, so I might get slammed with the B for like 40. It's not the worst thing that could happen. It would prevent me running away, but yeah, this D, a lot of things could happen with the D, and I could definitely think about a play that I could definitely think about a play that didn't play the Q if any of them were decent. Like something like this is probably not. There's probably no reason to do it, because it doesn't stop any of the things that you'd be wanting to stop. Keep looking for a T for Kvyat in the right place. Not seeing that. I was playing Otteruth the other day and extended key to Kvyat. It was a pretty neat play that I didn't expect. Didn't end up mattering, but props for that. I do seem to be a little bit tired, so maybe my opponent fast playing me is actually a good strategy right now. Because it is a little bit hard for me right now to look for plays, but yeah, I'm reluctantly feeling like quid is the best I'm gonna do. I don't think this is a bingo rack. However, I do have a B, and I have this. I'm going to look real quick for a bingo. But this is so good, I really want to lay it down. Okay, so if a bingo doesn't come down immediately, I really want to focus on blocking these 3 lanes. This lane is a possibility, but really these 3 lanes are the killers. And of course, this one could go down too, but I don't really care if Inbarbler bingos, then I'm not too worried about them doing that unless I somehow screw up and give myself no vowels, because I'm going to have counterplay, almost certainly in that situation. Maybe something like fled. I'm going to want to use the at least one of these, and it's probably going to be the first one because I don't think I don't think I have anything that goes to the right of this I except, well, the F and this D, which nothing ends in DF. I'm fairly confident of that. If a bingo comes down, I want to see if I have any sixes like that go from the A to the E. They could score pretty well. Failed in a field, vagile glaive, viled, I guess. Okay, so the bingo comes down. It actually comes down over here, which is a lane that I didn't point out, though mostly because it would have been blocked by a play that blocked over here, like that I was planning on doing. So interestingly enough, this still does give me like oft, but I'm not sure. Can I do anything? I don't have. No, I can't do anything with that because of the DO. So, I do have. No, I don't actually, because the same problem. This. So this actually, I actually am actually hard pressed to score now with this F. Was hoping that I would have an easy time. One thing I don't have to worry about. There's no S's out here. Osteoid does take an S, I'm pretty sure, but Inbarbler cannot hook this osteoid to hit me. Also, no E's. I have the last one, so there's not going to be any equid hooks. The J and the Z are both out. There's no A's, so no, Mooney akin nonsense or anything like that. My opponent can use this lane with something like Boyle trivially. I would like to probably like to deprive my opponent of that lane. But I'm more interested right now in looking for places where the J and Z can score and trying to limit those opportunities. Of course, acknowledging the fact that I could draw them myself. DJIN goes here. Luz, Azo, Aslan. Aslan could be pretty big. Score 28-ish, clear up a lot of the rack. Does Baju play anywhere? Maybe not. One thing I didn't consider is that I actually have the case D for geared. I wonder if there's anything that I can set up here. This, unfortunately, nobody has the ace, so this can't. It might still be a nice play, but this can't set anything up. Something that like starts I or E, something ed. Maybe there's some way I can do this where only I can lap to the right. This actually looks pretty interesting. The A, the E, and the Y can go over here. I, O, and U cannot. In the pool, the vowels are I, O, and U. So my opponent cannot lap to the right, and if my opponent tries to block me, this probably won't happen, but the reason it won't happen is my opponent cannot block me by playing Ms, because then I have Les for quite a number of points in response. So could dump something dinky to deprive me of veg, etc. But in that case, I've probably already won the game. I think this is what I'm going to play. Okay, and I don't draw any more vowels. I don't draw the J or the Z, but I wasn't seeing huge plays for the J or the Z. I do preserve veg, which gets rid of the V, which is the hardest thing to play off. My opponent plays Lend for 9, which is interesting. I possibly a bid to stop me from using this, though I didn't have any way to use that last turn, and now I even more don't have any way to use that. I'm wondering if this is some sort of setup, but I'm not seeing where it could be a setup. I'm not seeing where this could be a setup that would be workable for my opponent. Where is my opponent going to want to play? This obviously I kind of have locked up. Can be blocked for a few points, but cannot be really taken. Can my opponent dump both the J and the Z? Well, probably can, because I don't think I'm getting an out in 2 here. Unless I score really few points to do it. I don't think I'm getting an out in 2 that involves Veg, or that involves Beg, or that involves anything that plays over here. I'm just not seeing a lot of great. There's like Zoe over here or whatever. Joe over here. Is that even worth busting up? I don't think so. I don't even think it is. And if I play Gavel, then I can only play like Bell over there. Hey, you know what? You know what? It is actually worth it. It is actually worth it. That actually really does complicate. And I still have Bell over here. I'm not going to be in any danger of losing the game. Lutz is a pretty good play. I'm not sure that this JIO goes anywhere though. I don't see an A that it would go at, or like a. I'm just going to play Bell. I don't think this is actually something that goes anywhere. The J does go. You can jump the J for Jow, which would stop me from playing How. But that wouldn't matter because I have How over here. Yeah, there's 2 spots for the Jow anyway, and both of those score less than Ja, Joe, Odd would. 23 versus 13. So yeah, considering that I was going to be making 3 plays after veg anyway, I think what I did was fine. At least among the plays that I saw. All right, so I come out of there with a victory. Was never really feeling like I was going to lose this game, although it certainly got to be a chase at the end, where I had to sort of buckle down and make sure that I was making the correct plays to be able to stay in the lead. No phonies played in this game, it appears. One play that I didn't consider was Frown leaving just II. And I am okay with not considering that. I think I would rather have Fiorin on the board than Frown, and I'd rather leave W than II. I don't want this R here in the double lane. It's a little bit easier to take than the I, more useful in general. I don't want this N leading to these triple squares. It's more convenient than an I, which is hard to bingo to in either direction. So yeah, I think Fiorin is just better than Frown if you're comparing those two plays. This doesn't really tell you, which one's better among those off. I guess I'm kind of curious what the next Erebus engine thinks is the best opening play there, but I won't necessarily agree with it when it comes back. And of course, it doesn't infer about the change 4. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, it thinks Frown, which no, it doesn't really tell me why, and it doesn't really think very hard, so I don't really know how it makes that determination. I'm not really trusting that. Next few plays are looking fine. This turn I did have Weenie. I was only, for some reason, I was only seeing Whiny, which didn't quite work. And I kind of half saw Ewan, which doesn't really score enough. But yeah, Weenie. If I had seen Weenie, I think, despite what Examiner believes, I would much rather have IM than EW. So I think Weenie would have been a slightly better play than Miney. I'm still happy that I was able to fit something there, though. Re-raises again, the only bingo. I didn't see liquid. I didn't really think about the possibility of dumping my only vowel and turning quid into liquid. I guess it blocks this R. Or it blocks this L. I don't know. It's 7 more points, but with these clunky consonants, with the M and the V, at this point in the game, you really don't want to lose a turn to having to not being able to draw a vowel. Like late in the game, with a lot of the places to play stuff kind of gone, and this is a relatively open board for vowels. There are a few that I'm pointing out, so it could be that you could dump anyway. Still, kind of feel safer keeping a vowel. I guess liquid is worth considering. But I don't feel particularly bad for not having played it. I doubt that it swings many games. Okay, that turn I could have played. That's right. I could have played Bima with an I instead of an E. Um, one E and one I out. So that is strictly better. I also saw Mabe. I didn't even mention it um, because I saw no difference between those two plays, and I really still don't. But yeah, would rather have had that E, I suppose. But I ended up drawing the second one anyway. Okay, I was wondering if there was some little cool play. There was Vilified. However, Vilified does empty the bag, um, which maybe doesn't matter as much as in most endgames, but I'm still, especially with a very rare possibility that I draw all consonants to this with only four tiles that I'm drawing out of this. If I play Vilified and draw all consonants to it, I am in some trouble. So I'm okay with my play. Still don't understand lens. Still did. If somebody could point out, like somebody knows, maybe it could just be a mistake. Like earlier today, I was playing a game and oh, maybe I could actually show you if I can find the game. Yes, I can show you. I was sitting here with this rack, and of course I have bingos. I have things like this, but I was looking to see if I had a 10 through this that would end in ting, and I was sort of trying things on the board, and at some point in the process, I accidentally left the ting, and I accidentally played ting for 5 points when I had bingos, and that lost me the Scrabble game. So that's just one of the funny things that can happen. Um, I've been playing ISC for 15 years. I've lost a game in every way. I keep thinking I've lost a game in every way that it's possible to lose a game, but you can always find one more. There'll always be something. So yeah, maybe there was some point to lend, because it probably did seem weird that I was playing. It probably did seem weird that I was playing gavel, but there was a point to gavel. I was trying to stop Joe, and knew that I was making 3 plays. So I don't know. It may not be the absolute correct play, but I felt like it. I feel like it made me feel safer. It simplified the end game, and when I was sitting there with 30 seconds on my clock, um, there is a lot of value in having a simplified end game that I know, how it's going to go, and I know that I'm going to come out, the comfortable victor, uh, even if it might be 5 or 10 points worse than some other alternative. You got to be practical. You got to take the win that you can get. So that's been Quinn James, and I'll see you all very soon.